While in a very real sense, each one of us is completely unique, and I don't mean that kind of fluffy, you're unique, but in a pure neurological sense, no one's had exactly the same experiences as you. No one's got the same values, same beliefs, same insights, same memories. So in a very real sense, you are unique, and so am I. I have to kind of come to terms with that. It feels like a bit of an odd thing to think at times, but we're all one of a kind. And at the same time, it's also true to say that there are certain characteristics that people have in common, or certainly groups of people have in common. And it can be really helpful to explore those and become familiar with them, because how we might want to communicate with one group of people might be very different to how we want to communicate with another group of people. One really very helpful model in this respect is provided by a man called Michael Grinder. And he talks about cats and dogs, or in this instance, dogs and cats. As I talk through this, you might want to consider yourself perhaps, and the people that you know, and maybe even members of your family, goodness knows. Now, Michael Grinder identified certain features that a group of people had in common, who he regards or describes as dogs. Now, dogs, they like routines. They like things done in a regular order. They know what to expect. That makes them feel comfortable, makes them feel safe. They like tranquility, just like things generally to be pretty calm. There'll be excitement, ups and downs, but generally they like routine. They know what they know, and they know what they like, and they like things just calm and steady. Don't rock the boat, not too much excitement. They're high accommodators. They want to please. They want to make you happy. And all they ask is that you're nice to them. And if you're nice to a dog, they'll be nice to you back. They'll take care of you, make sure things are done, won't let you down. So essentially, just give them lots of personal attention, and they love it, the dogs. On the other hand, we have our cats. They're very different. Cats, they like high risk. They like things to be different, to be sharp, something happening. Don't like the same things. For them, it becomes routine. Don't like it. They like tension. What's going on? Can we change it? What happens if we shift this, do something different? They're low accommodators. Frankly, they're not interested in you. They want to please themselves. And they're easily bored. You need to be interesting, do things differently if you're going to keep cats in line. And they don't like to be boxed in by protocol. They want to do things their own way, do their own thing, off they go. You try and give them set routines to follow. They'll get bored. They'll do it in a different way, they'll frustrate you and possibly irritate and annoy you. So how we work with dogs and cats is different. How we manage them. Now, that could be someone that you manage within a work context. It could be a family member. It could even be your children. Goodness knows, it could be how you manage yourself. And certainly how other people manage and support you. It certainly plays into various forms of our communication. Now, if we're giving someone good news, for the most part, doing that face-to-face, direct, eye contact to eye contact. Because I'm saying something that's good. I'm saying something you've done well. I'm giving you some good news. That's positive. And if I give you direct eye contact, I'm associated with that good news. I'm associated with that good thing. It helps to build our relationship. And I want you to really be kind of thankful to me because I'm saying this nice thing. That's a wonderful piece of work you've done. That's a great thing that you did. What a wonderful success. You did this and you did that, and that's absolutely marvellous. Builds the relationship, eye-to-eye contact. Bearing in mind, of course, that some people still find that difficult. And knowing that some people find it difficult, we might feed that into how we might want to break bad news. If you give bad news to a dog straight eye to eye, you're quite possibly going to break their heart. They won't like it. Because if you're saying something that's difficult, a difficult message to hear, it becomes personal. Because I'm looking directly at you as I'm saying, this piece of work, quite frankly, it's not at the level that it needs to be. Those reports that you've written for me, well, there are things that are not right. That's missing. This is missing. This needs to be done better. If I'm telling that directly to a dog, as I say, it can feel like a personal assault. They'll stop listening. The relationship is damaged, and quite possibly the quality of what it is I want them to do doesn't get sorted. So how do we get around that? Well, we get around that by using what we might term, or what Michael Grinder terms, 3-point communication. So point one is me. I'm having a conversation with myself, and we all do it. 2-point communication, I'm talking directly to you. There's just me and there's you. We can have a direct conversation. As I say, works very well the vast majority of the time when it's good news. 3-point communication, we find something that is separate, that's between us. And here, that's the difficult bit. That's the bad news. That's the challenge. So I'm able to say to you, look, I know how things are going. Okay, there's lots of things we need to talk about, and one of the things we need to talk about are these reports. Because they're not good enough, and I think that you probably know that. So what is it we've got to look at? We've got to look at the detail that's in them. We've got to look at the accuracy. That needs to be different, and that needs to be better. Now, I know that you can do it. Is there any help that I can give you? So the bad news is delivered via this 3rd point. Or if I'm working in school with a child whose behaviour, quite frankly, has been really disruptive. Maybe they've turned a table over, they've wrecked a friend's lesson, a colleague's lesson. And inside, I might be fuming. They need to know that their behaviour is not acceptable. But if I go straight at them, that's not good enough, you shouldn't be doing that, that's outrageous. 9 times out of 10, with the students that I've worked with over 30 years, close down, won't listen, and quite possibly I'll make the situation a lot worse. But I still need to talk to them. So it might well be, okay, we need to talk about this, we need to calm the situation down, but you know, that behaviour was appalling. That's totally unacceptable, and you and I know that you're better than that. Now, you and I know that you actually do care. Maybe there was something that was going on that I don't know about, the other teacher didn't know about. But we've got to sort this out. You've got to sort that out. So what is it you would like to do? What is it I can maybe help you to do to put that right? Because you and I, we know that's not good enough. We direct that 3rd point of attention away. The bad news, the difficult issue, it's not about me and you. It's not about our relationship. It's about the task. What needs to happen? One proviso. If you're giving bad news to a cat, you better do it eye to eye. If you're giving bad news to a cat and you're looking away, you're looking around, they perceive that as one thing and one thing only: weakness. So even if you don't feel it, even if you're in a position of having a conversation with someone and you can feel your inner dog, I just want to be nice, I just want to say nice things, I don't know how to do this, it's difficult. You need to channel your inner cat. Eye-to-eye contact. Keeping your head still. Your voice steady. Your voice tone steady. I need to talk to you about these reports. Because this is what I asked for, and I haven't got it. Be specific. This is missing. The dates aren't there. The detail isn't there. I asked for those growth figures. I asked for those results. They're not there. They need to be there. And we finish by lowering the tone and giving our palms flat down to emphasize the point. So these are missing. This is missing. That's missing. That needs to happen. I need more of this in this report. That's what's got to be done. And it's got to be done by the end of this week. Okay. So, spend a little bit of time thinking. When are you more cat than dog? Because for the most part, people aren't one or the other. It could be that you're a cat at work and a dog at home. Or vice versa. So our behaviour can be context specific. But have a little think. Does any of this resonate with you? About yourself or about the people that you work with or you care for, that you love? How might it shape the way that you communicate? And how you share perhaps more difficult messages?